I got the prettiest woman in the world riding shotgun. And just as soon as we roll this very outdated intro, boys, we got to get on that and get that updated and fixed. We'll get right back into her. Alright, well now that cringe fest is over, if you can't tell, we're running down the road. And yes, I got my sunglasses on, but I am looking at the road. I'm watching the road and the fields and still looking for deer, even though it is pushing towards the end of February here. We're gonna kind of squeeze in a 22 on 22. Got one with me. But it's not exactly going to be a 22 on 22 because we're going to be doing some other things. We're just going to get them both in, and I wanted to do a little plinking. So we're going to shut this off. Once we get to where we're going, we'll get her back on. Alright, so we're out here at my favorite place in the world. Out here at my wife's grandpa's place. See here, got our mineral block on my shoulder. We're gonna put this out for the squirrels. Deer tracks running through here. Anyway, we're gonna put this out a good long ways away from my stands. And check cameras, change batteries. Oh, this thing is heavy. You know what, for now, we're just gonna set that right there. Oh, don't go all the way down. Just my luck. Oh, look. Landed very conveniently. As you can see, that is a Buck Bourbon barrel proof. I don't know why it says deer attractant on it. It's not for the deer, it's for the squirrels. Gotta beef them up, get them fat. Alright, so what we're getting into today is, according to my cell cam, batteries are about done. So we're going to change batteries on it and put a new SD card in it. Because batteries aren't dead yet, but they're definitely getting pretty low. So it's not sent me anything in the last few days. Oh, and I'm trying out a new bag. Well, you can't see it at all. But one of my wife's gal pals at work, she gave her this nice bag that I'm currently wearing. It's actually got quite a bit of room to it. I got my tripod on it. I got batteries and SD cards and all sorts of handy stuff right here with me. Makes it pretty convenient. Oh, see if I can keep you guys from getting blown out with the sun right behind me. Alright, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Change these cards out, turn the camera back on, then see if batteries need changed or not. They're usually good for, I don't know, 8 months. I changed them all in November. Huh, looky there. Full batteries. Oh, here's a little pro tip for you guys. If you got your SD cards in one of these little handy deals, And, you know, of course you're taking empty cards out and bringing full cards back. My empty cards are face up with the lids. The change cards are face down. Face down, like you can see that. There's the lid. It's face down. See, I got this nice real handy little pocket right here. My SD cards are in there. I can have my rangefinder in there. We gotta walk away. Well, not real far. We gotta walk a little ways to get to the next one. And then we gotta walk real far to get to the other two. Well, still not real far. This isn't really a huge piece of property. And I've had a lot of people tell me that running 4 cameras out here is overkill and ridiculous. But here's the thing. There's so many trails that run through here. And the deer cut in and out and back and forth and sideways across every which direction. So I've actually, let's see, flip you around. I've actually had a camera on this tree and then one on one of those 2 trees up there. The one that's closer one right here in front of me, the first one, was pointing kind of northwest, and then the other one was pointing straight east. I'd never get the same deer on those 2 cameras. So, I mean, that's something to think about when you guys are setting cameras up, especially in new areas. You know, put 2 cameras on the same tree facing different directions. You never know what you're going to see. Anyway, yeah, that's my tree stand right behind me. Woo. Almost fell down. Old stealth cam, still camera. Let's see, let's shut this off. And we're actually gonna have to pause here for a second. I'll get you guys put on the tripod so it won't be as shaky, and then I can use both hands. Okay, cell camera is now situated and taken care of. It's got a fresh card, fresh batteries, and we're gonna head down here to the bottom, change the other 2. Yep, there it is. Oh, that camera's actually hidden pretty well. Well, of course, then again, I'm color deficient. You guys probably look right at it, see that it's there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm having trouble even seeing it in the viewfinder zoomed in. Of course, the sun's right in my face, and I am color deficient, which means I can still see all the colors, but if they're not a hard contrast between each other, I won't see them. Got this camera to change. That's right here. Oh yeah, you can see it great from here. And then from there, right by that tree stand, there's another one pointing the other direction. So let's get those 2 taken care of, and then we'll show you what I got in my bag. Not that one. You guys thought I was done talking. That's just what you thought. That's what I wanted you to think. Well, we got that one taken care of. Still had 3/4 battery, so I didn't change the batteries. Now I was just gonna throw it out there. I didn't film much last season, as you guys figured out, because there wasn't any videos. But just to kind of recap my season, it sucked. It was a rough season. Had some equipment malfunctions, which there's no excuse for that kind of nonsense, because There just isn't. Let's see, I was in that stand right there during bow season, and I had, I don't know, he was every bit of 145, 150 inch 8-point come out, and he did give me a bit of a longer shot, but I had the Raven, so I was confident and comfortable with the shot. My rangefinder told me he was 44 yards, so still within, you know, reason and an acceptable distance. But so he turned, he gave me a shot. It was kind of hard quartering away. I mean, not super hard. I mean, it was a done deal shot. But my rangefinder decided it was going to lie to me. And he was not at 44 yards. He was at, like, I don't know. I still don't know. I didn't ever actually come check it after I got my new rangefinder. Oh, that's nice. This is full of frickin' water. What the hell? Still on, so hopefully the SD card's okay. That'll make me mad. But anyway, I got down to where the arrow out of that Raven was, and ranged back to my stand, trying to figure out what in the world happened, and I couldn't get the same 44 yards, or even get the same yardage repeated. So that was a trip to actually run over the locked and loaded. And got a new rangefinder, new binos, Vortex, love it, it's fantastic. Got home, went to double check the bow and everything, and the timing mark, oh wow, let's actually pay attention to what we're doing here. The timing marks on my cam were ever so slightly off, so that was making my shots fall, I don't know, a foot and a half low. So it wouldn't have mattered if my rangefinder was on or not. I was going to miss that deer, and I'm just glad that I missed him flat clean, and you know, there wasn't any hair or blood or anything. That's a quick release buckle. Oh, let's see. Then during gun season, oh no, I'm sure I stuck those in there. It appears as though I have lost my ear pro. Well, kids, don't do this. Anyway, during gun season, I had a couple opportunities, but the shots were going to be further than what I wanted with the rifle. Let's see. So I brought my my Taurus 357 out one day, and because of the wind and everything, I was going to be sitting up in that top stand that we were just at with that cell camera, and I knew all the shots were going to be close, so I brought the pistol. I had a buck come in and hung up 35 yards behind me. He gave me one, I mean, it was a good sized basketball sized hole to shoot through, and he was close to the cover. I cocked the hammer back and dropped it twice and never got a reaction out of him. Went for a third round and he just kind of walked off. I waited an hour and a half. I got down and I went where he was standing. I could tell exactly where he was standing. No hair, no blood, nothing. He didn't leave in any sort of a hurry or any sort of a panic. So that was a second clean miss. And well, that was pretty much it. I did get to see a double throat patch, a 2 white spotted doe. If you guys don't know what a double throat patch means, but Did get to see her talk to one of the neighbors out here, and he really wished I had shot her. Apparently she's been giving him trouble. I told him that the next time I see her, if she gives me the opportunity to, I'll smoke her. But at the time, I wasn't interested in harvesting a doe. I mean, she would have been cool to have, but I only would have taken her, I mean, aside from the meat, to have her mounted, because it'd be cool to have a double throat patched mount. But I've already got a doe mounted, so, and I don't know if you guys have prized shoulder mounts lately, but they ain't cheap. So I let her and a bunch of other doe walk. But anywho, I'm gonna quit talking. I'm gonna get a couple of magazines loaded up, and we'll get to doing a little. Yeah. Okay, so promised you guys that I had a full-size rifle, but what I kind of got is a full-size jigsaw puzzle. Some of you guys are going to know what this is right away. Some of you may not, but stick around for those who don't, and we're going to learn about it. Do you guys know what this is? It's a full-size rifle. As far as I know, whether this one in particular is made by Charter Arms, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is the Charter Arms AR7 Explorer. It says down there on the buttstock. There's several different companies, well, at least two. I know Henry also made one, the same type of thing. The receiver and the barrel and everything, magazine, some of them have extra magazine storage. This one only came with one magazine, but I happen to have another firearm that takes the same magazine, so I've got 3 8-round magazines today. Well, I'm going to take and bust through them. Now, I don't know about YouTube and everything, so we're going to put this together off camera because, well, they're weird. And this is on tight because it's supposed to be watertight and float, because this is a survival rifle. And you can see there's your barrel and your receiver, and there's a spot right here where your magazine would go, but of course I've got it in my pocket instead of not. So let's get this put together real quick. Super simple. Everything just kind of slides out of the buttstock and slides into its designated place, and there's only one spot that it can go. Little thumb screw down on the bottom of the grip. Barrel only goes one way because it's got an indexing mark, and it screws on. And you take your butt plate, snap it back on. Then in just a few seconds flat, you have yourself a full-size 18-inch barrel semi-automatic 22. You take your handy-dandy magazines and slide it in. Now the bolt handle here, you can see it doesn't stick out very far, but it actually pops out to give you a little bit more to hang on to. Oh. There it goes. This is the very first time I've had this rifle out, the very first time I'm going to shoot it, and unfortunately I lost my my ear pro, so it's going to be loud. We're just going to find, there's a stump. We'll slide everything over and zoom in on that stump and take a few shots. Let's see if we can't find a lighter spot. Maybe we can see the impacts, maybe we can't. Alright, but here we go. This has got a teeny tiny little peep sight on it. I believe it's actually an adjustable peep, but the way it is right now, it's a very small aperture. I just got jammed. Failure to extract. That's the one that didn't want to go in, so maybe that was just the issue. Jammed. Dead trigger. Dead trigger. Dead trigger. Dead primer. So we're going to wait 30 seconds. Oh, that one actually kicked out. Maybe it didn't. Empty magazine. And this one is the 40 grand auto match. Failure to eject. Failure to eject. That's a lot of fun. Wow, hello. Hello, gorgeous. So, as far as I know, this is supposed to be a semi-automatic. Yeah, this is that older stuff. See, that doesn't want a chamber. Alright, well, let's just see how this is going to go. Dead. Well, that was less than exciting. Well, we'll take and load up another magazine. Otherwise, we're going to cut this video short because it's not very much fun running a semi-auto in single shot mode. Alright, let's see if she'll go. Dead trigger. Let's see, I'm just going to pick out a couple spots down here and see how the accuracy is at least. There's some leaves on the creek bank. A little low. Dead. Oh, that one tried to. Stovepipe. There's another leaf. Well, that was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I had no trigger. And then it went off. That is why it is always super important to keep everything pointing in a safe direction. Okay, we're clear. So, that makes this kind of boring. Anyway, we're going to take and button this up and get home and check our trail camera cards and all that good stuff. And we'll go back over this. It might just need tore apart and cleaned. I'm going to have to watch a YouTube video and see exactly how this thing completely tears down. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing. By kind of, I mean that was very disappointing. Thought this was going to be a lot more fun. It's kind of going to be a boring video anyway. I didn't have any like exploding targets to shoot at or anything. So this is boring. I'm boring and you guys are probably bored, so yeah, I'm sorry. But that's just kind of the way it happened. Alright, I'm going to shut up. We'll get everything home and kind of do a tabletop type review and yeah. Awkward. Alright guys, so we made it back home. Let's get a little bit more in depth with this. This is the way, of course, you know, you guys already saw this, but this is the way that this gun is packaged and self-contained. It's very stiff. Take that butt cap off. And there again, there's the barrel that sits down in there, the magazine, and the receiver. And some of the newer ones in this spot here, there'll be 2 slots there for the for magazines. This one, of course, only has 1, and I thought that some of them you could leave the magazine in the receiver and stick it in there, but this one in particular you cannot. Let's see, what else is there? There you can kind of see that little spot there. That's the indexing spot for the barrel. It's just got a little notch right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. The camera's too far away, I can't work it. Yeah, there you can see it. And then of course this nut that just slides back and forth is how it actually assembles. Of course, there's nothing in the chamber, you can see it. And the magazine's out. But that just, you line that little notch up and it just slides in. I'm wondering if maybe I didn't have it completely locked down all the way and that's why I was having issues with it, but I don't believe that was the case because I did tighten her up pretty good. And of course it's got, you know, a manual safety here. Let's see, what else is there? I guess the front sight looks like maybe it's adjustable for windage. And I actually will come back around there and see if we can kind of zoom in through that peep sight. Well, you can see the peep sight there. I'm guessing that this piece will slide up and down to open that aperture. But I don't have a screwdriver on me directly, so. But it's a pretty small aperture, but once, you know, you're in there close, there you can see the front sight sticking up there. We'll quit shaking. But anyway, overall, I'm going to do some looking to see how this receiver actually comes apart to get the bolt and everything out, give it a good clean. I'll probably at some point get like some CCI stingers or something, you know, find a hotter ammo to see if we can get it to cycle and run like it's supposed to. What we were running today was some Federal Auto Match 40 grain, and it said on the box that it's supposed to be, you know, semi-auto or great for semi-autos. Specifically, it stated that on there. But like even the magazine catch, it's a little magooed. So I've got a feeling it just needs a good tear down and clean out. But I don't know. I mean, because the bolt runs pretty slick. But anyway, we'll take a strip down. We might revisit this. I have another Charter Arms firearm that's sort of along the same lines, but it's different. That'll come out in a later video. But all in all, I mean, it's a light, compact package, and you know, like I said, if it was running semi-auto like it's supposed to, it'd be a great little, you know, backpacking rifle, survival rifle. Unfortunately, this isn't one that can get lost in a boating accident because it floats, but that is neither here nor there. But yeah, so that's going to sum this video up, guys. I'm going to get this tore down and clean. I mean, we only ran 4 magazines through it, so that's what, about 32 rounds. But still, it's rimfire. You should tear it apart and clean it. The safety's gritty. Yeah, everything's just gritty. I should have taken this apart and cleaned it before I took it out, but I didn't. So there's that. There's a screw and that side plate comes off. Anyway, yep, guys. I'm gonna get this tore apart and cleaned. Well, after I get this video edited and uploaded, since this is the halfway 22 on 22, and today is the 22nd. So we'll get this video edited and uploaded. It's probably just going to be as crude and as cringy as all the rest of them have been. But if you've made it this far in the video, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Get after it. Keep after it.